Well, I got a full house already. Thank you guys for showing up. We got Dave, Adam, Pat by the beach, Rich, Sean, Dan, Slot Valley. Hey, thank you guys for all showing up tonight. I appreciate it. Well, see, that didn't work. I'm trying to get an angle where you guys could actually see the lap times for tonight. Quick gawking. Okay. Well, obviously, I got rid of the big bright light up there, and I can see that it's a little brighter on the screen than it is in here to me. Does it look okay to you guys? Like I said, I'm trying to get rid of the. Hey, Slotcar and HO Trains. Thank you for stopping in, buddy. Riches, thank you. It looks good. Okay, cool. Like I said, I told you guys I was going to try to work on the lighting, but based on everybody's suggestions and help. Obviously it's not perfect yet, but we're working on it. Hey, the dude. All right. Thank you for stopping in, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you. I decided to come on just a couple of minutes early, to catch up with everybody because it's been 3 weeks since I've had a live stream. And thank you, Rich, for confirming that. And the internet finally got fixed. One of the weeks that we didn't have it was because I actually cracked a tooth and had to have it pulled at the emergency, what they call tooth dentist ER, because none of the oral specialists in Springfield had any appointments open for 2 months. And I don't know about you guys, but I couldn't live with that pain for 2 months. So, long story short, got it pulled on a Friday, had a big, nice, looked like I was chewing tobacco swell over there. But no, thank you guys for all showing up. Appreciate it. So the internet's fixed. Thanks again to the mayor, Gale Force Raceway. If you haven't checked out his channel, please do. Great guy, great channel. Shows a lot of live stuff with his friends and Sweet Jane and the Pink Lane, which I call the Barbie Lane affectionately. He hooked me up with the little adapter so that I could hook it up to this newer computer that didn't have an Ethernet port. So anyway, it's a downsized connection anyway. Long story short, it's working, and the internet is actually fixed enough for me to be able to do this, even though it still does its wave thing. They found out it was actually something on the pole. Both Riches are here now. All right, Rich. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep up. Slotcar room looks good. Oh, cool. Thank you, guys. Yeah, you can see back here, I got some of the twin packs added from the last video that you saw. Hey, Robert. Sorry, Dan and I and Mark, we're all blowing up your notifications on the Discord this afternoon, but Mark had some serious questions about how to maximize his 4-gear, and Dan chimed in, and of course I had to chime in when I heard about racing. We had a good little chat, which I'm going to have its own little segment on tonight, so I won't go into that into great detail, but thank you for showing up and putting up for all that. Adam, buddy, that looks good now. Cool, thank you, guys. If you haven't noticed lately, I've been uploading my videos. If you have the ability, I took a hint from Dan, and I've make them available in 4K. So if you have the ability to jack up your settings on Facebook, on YouTube, and adjust your picture quality, you can actually go up to 4K if you want to in my videos in the future. I believe this camera, though, will only go to 1080p. So, haven't figured out this Discord. Okay. Well, we can, somebody can try to get you hooked up and try to get you the link tonight. If not after the show, then I can. And that way, you can join in with everybody, which once again, Mark with Gale Force Raceway has started a Discord channel. He's made it welcome for everybody to join in. So I'm just going to throw out that invitation. If you are interested, just type it in the chat. And there's several people that are already in that would be more than happy to help direct you there, because the more the merrier, and we all love talking slot cars. Hey, Rick. All right. Voice chat. Well, sometimes you're just not in a place where you can do that, or where you want people to see what you're doing. Ding, 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 ding. Yes, that's how it goes. Legends are coming in. Yes, I know, man. This is awesome. I want to thank all you guys for showing up tonight. We got 13 of you here already, and we're only technically 3 minutes into the show uh, so far. Um, we haven't had any technical issues. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. So we're doing good. It's good so far. So now that I see that this still kind of got a glare on it, and that was one of the things I wanted to ask you guys on tonight for future live shoots and videos. Whenever we're going to show modifications on cars and stuff like that, would you prefer to try to be backed up a little bit and see both the track and the TV, or are you more concerned with just seeing the lap times while I'm doing them? Or I mean, I like I said, I got another idea to move the camera over this way, and it's at a higher angle, and you should be able to see part of the screen. Hey, Mark, thank you for showing up, man. Oh, no problem, Robert. Oh, hey, thanks, Rick. Yeah, no, man, guys. I know I got a lot of feedback on that, and I want to, thank you to everybody that has commented on that, because that has to be one of my most popular videos based on the amount of views in the short amount of time. Um, and the whole idea is obviously to try to change things up a little bit, maybe attract some new people out there, new blood basically, or maybe get somebody to actually stop and subscribe. Like I mentioned, somebody in one of the comments, and I mentioned my videos as a whole, and I'm sure Dan's blows me away because he's got 3 times the subscribers I do. But my videos on a monthly average, I average anywhere from 3,000 to 4,500 views every month cumulatively on all of my videos. And that's amazing to me considering I'm only 500 subscribers and, or 561, and thank you all. And I'm not belittling in that. I appreciate every single last one of you. I'm just saying that it just blows me away that I have that many views with such a small amount of viewers in comparison. So that, and then if you look at the statistics, 80% of the people that view those, so out of the 80% of that 3,000 to 4,500 are not subscribed, which just blows me away. So all I can do is say to the people that watch the videos that aren't subscribed, join in and subscribe. Don't miss on all this fun. We've got a lot of great people here. We've got a lot of great creators. They all bring something different to the table. We all may know each other, and we all may join in each other's chats, but we all bring something different to the table. Trust me. And if you're thinking about starting a channel, don't worry about copying somebody else. You will, trust me, bring your own little niche to the whole slot car hobby. And that's what we're all as creators are trying to do, is to try to grow this hobby, get it as big as it was as when we were all kids, and try to get more people involved with it. Because if they're really going to push us to drive electric cars, I see it as natural for kids to want to play with electric cars on an electric slot car track. And plus, people that are our age, that are getting older, that are close to retiring, that maybe haven't even thought about slot cars, that maybe stumble onto one of the channels by accident on YouTube, and then it springs in. Guys, I can't count how many people that have reached out to me personally and go, I found your channel on YouTube, and I dug out some of my old track, and they start asking questions about cars. And that just warms my heart, because that every time I help somebody, just lets me know that it makes, every time I make a video or I do something, it is making a positive impact. And that's what we're all trying to do. And so if anybody's out there that does have questions and you don't want to put it in the chat, reach out to any of us individually, and I know we will all be more than happy to help, because that's what this community is. It's all about the brotherhood, the enjoyment of the hobby, and helping each other. So thank you to everybody. Oh, thank you, guys. Yeah, no. I'm going to try to pick up my game, and I'm going to try to do stuff more slot core oriented, as far as decor goes, as far and as far as wardrobe goes. I'm sorry. Hey, Slotcar. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. The thing's going on. We're not kids? What the hell? No, I'm a kid up here. When I wake up in the morning, my back tells me I'm not a kid anymore. That's the crappy part about it. Oh yeah. So so to any of you that are tuning in for the first time, this is Scott's House of HO Racing, a slot car Saturday Night Live. I try to do this every Saturday night at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, unless there's something happening, and then I'll post it on the community post. And all you have to do is just go to my channel page, and you'll see if there's any update if something's not going to happen. But generally speaking, I will be posting a preview video on Wednesday nights announcing what's going to happen on Saturday. And since what I was going into before I got on my ramble about all the different creators, and once again, please, guys, if you see somebody in the chat and you're not watching this live, go to their channel. If you're watching me, you're going to love them. Trust me, hands down. We all bring something unique to the table, and you're going to love it because it's just a different way of looking at the same hobby. And I love that. We all bring something new. So back to my video. So what I did is a change. I don't know if you've kind of watched some of the new edge, what they call advertising and stuff. And so I've watched some how to grab attention videos on YouTube. And you noticed I went with the narration. I went with a voice that narrated on Discovery Channel or similar there, kind of, sort of. And then I kind of themed my video with what he was saying and putting what he was saying on the screen and changing up the picture every single time he said something. And just so you guys know, that is a very labor intensive kind of video, but that doesn't bother me a bit because literally in 2 days, I've gotten over 200 views on that video. And that is by far the fastest views on any video that I've ever put out. And I want to thank everybody that's watched it again, because that video is only 1 minute long, and it's averaging 3 minutes per view, which tells me that people are watching it and watching it and watching it, which is awesome. And a lot of new people that I can see on the analytics who subscribe to the channel or returning viewers or new viewers. And a lot of that is new viewers that I'm seeing. So thank you to everybody that is a new viewer that did happen to check this out tonight. You don't want to put it in the chat, or if you're checking it out later. Like I said, almost 80% of my views on all my lives come 2 to 3 days after I've done it. You know, most of them on Sunday, which I get. You know, you're lazy on Sunday, you're watching something on football or whatever, you know, NASCAR, and you have something on YouTube. That's whenever I try to go back and read the comments. So I get it. Hey, Zims. All right, sorry. Let's see here. Shift into high, yeah. Yeah, exactly. See, he's got enough pan and sarcasm, and then they said to kind of make it an event is what the videos were saying, to try to, you know, make it something that people wanted to join, and they just couldn't wait to see it. So that was kind of the theme that I went with, and with a narration time thing. And like I said, it was only 1 minute long, but I'm getting over 3 minutes per view on average. Which tells me that people are watching it, which is awesome, because you don't watch something again if you don't like it. Hey, Pat, thank you, sir. And By the Beach there is in Florida. He's like Mark. He's like several people in Florida that are members on this channel or watch a lot and subscribe, and thank you all. And he had a great idea, and that is that we ought to all meet up in Florida and go have a week's tour of Florida's slot car tracks, where we could visit all the different cities and all their, you know, their club tracks or whatever, and stuff like that. And we're, you know, the Legends of Slot Car Tour is what he was calling. I thought that was great. So that is something that I am throwing out there. And if any of you are interested or whatever, let me know, and we'll start kicking around days and times. You know, months of the year and stuff like that. But I thought that was a great idea. Yeah, see, Mark, I figured you'd be one of the ones to jump in on that, you know, because I figured we could all, you know, take a little road trip to, oops, sorry, got to do something here real quick. Ah, there we go. Otherwise, I had to move the computer was going to sleep. Anyway, I figured, like yours, Mark, if you would have us over, then we could all have a live race at your place. We could go to, I guess, you know, to Terry's shop and check out his hobby shop and stuff like that. And so I thought that was a great idea. So thank everybody by the beach, Patrick. Yeah, can't wait. That would be awesome. And so I know I've talked to a couple of buddies of mine that are here with me, and they're like, oh, hell yeah, you know, great way to get away from the wives, have a little vacation and go to Florida and race slot cars and do a little. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the slot car dude, but he's I believe that's golly, I can't remember. Dan, if you're here, if you can help me out, but he's on a little tour of all these tracks and stuff, and he does a little video vlog basically of everywhere that he's going. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, Lehigh and stuff like that. Yeah, see, yeah. You bet you got the holes today. All right. Cool. Hey, we got 19 people here on a Saturday night, and I don't know about you guys, but fall's actually kind of hit here in the old Springfield Mo, as Zims will be able to confirm with you. We did. I don't even think we broke 85 degrees today here in the old Springfield, Missouri area. 3 tracks in one building. Oh, see, that's awesome. See, so that's a great idea. So that's something that we're going to be talking about, obviously, on different episodes. But just keep that in mind, guys. If you're not, yeah, if you've never been, like I've never been to other big hobby shops that you see on YouTube that have these big, massive tracks that are 6 or 8 lanes or more, and they're just huge. They call them the monster, the purple monster, the green monster. Yeah. Oh, 78. Yeah, there you go, Rich. Yeah, see, that's awesome. Um, Hey, James, thank you for stopping in, buddy. All 21 of you guys here now. Thank you all. I appreciate it for Saturday night. Like I said, I just think it'd be awesome to go and see a lot of those different tracks. Plus, if there were other people that were open to us visiting their tracks, it'd be awesome to be able to race on theirs. Because, like I said, that was the whole idea of getting this channel together. And I know I'm not the only one, but I know I have made some really good friends. And 99% of you are here on this channel right now, and the other 1% usually join in at some point in time later, or chime in later after the video's already been put out and whatever. And I appreciate you all, because like I said, if it wasn't for this hobby, and if it wasn't for people like Dan and Pro Tinker Toys, and for putting out videos and then encouraging us to make our own, then we would have never met all of these awesome people all over the world, guys. Travis, that slot car guy in Australia. I don't know about you guys that have channels, but you can see what countries your viewership, which leads me to my second. Want to thank you. Thank you to all my subscribers, and I appreciate anybody that shares it and tells their friends to like the channel. But the second thing I want to also specifically do is thank the ladies again. Guys, I can't believe this or not, but I am just a tick under 20% of my videos being now viewed by females. So thank you, ladies. I appreciate that. And like I've said, I've actually had a few of them comment on the videos. I appreciate that. I encourage more of you to do that, and I encourage more of you to try to join in live, and that way we can get a female's perspective on what they would like to see whenever they're racing. So I think it's cool. Great bunch of slot heads. Hey, James. No, man, no problem. Yeah, Rich, no, thank you. Guys, I missed you too. Like I said, it's like a part of your family you don't realize you're missing until 1 week goes by, then 2 weeks goes by, and then, yeah, you're laying on the chair and you can't even barely watch your YouTube because you're falling asleep because of the pain medication. Yes, and Dan is right there. And I've got a whole little section for you, Dan, on what we talked about earlier today that bothered Robert. and I'll throw out what you threw out there too, just to clarify in case anybody's not there. Hey, Jack. All right, buddy. Thank you for joining in. We're up to 24. So, like I said, I know it's a Saturday night, so I just want to have a little us time first, so to speak, and then I'm going to start to basically kind of like what we're going to go through on the show through the night, and then we'll get started. Hey, Adam. All right, man. Hey, Scott. All right. Thank you, buddy. Yeah. All right, Jack. And Adam has been doing some live drag racing with his son. And Adam, now that I've got you on the channel where I can talk to you, well, have you figured out your track yet? And if you haven't, then like I said, you need to try to check your ends on that one piece to see if it's even getting power. To it. If it can get power on one side and not the other side, then there may be something wrong on the bottom side that you need to flip over and take a look at. while we're waiting for him to, let's see. Oh, the dude, there isn't one of us on this channel that I believe personally thinks of ourselves as a professional at all. Yes, I know that, Mark. And just so everybody knows, happy early birthday. um, so yeah, no, there's no the dude. There's nobody on this channel that I think considers themselves to just be clean, but it's working now. Okay, cool. No, I knew it had to be something silly like that. One time a week, yeah. Honestly, guys, I've been working on the room and hanging cars. This is the first time since all the tooth and the internet and everything been going on that I've even had the track running. And you probably can't see it because of the glare, which I know you can't because I'm looking at my picture. But anyway, I've ran 100 laps on the track, and I've been smiling the whole time. So we got to make sure that I got to put this in my weekly to-do list, no matter what. Yeah, see, I encourage you to do that. Give me a little something to watch while I'm working in here. And I do watch a lot of live stuff. It's just when I'm doing stuff, I can't. It's on the TV, and so there's no. I'm not high tech like Dan. I don't have a keyboard on my TV yet. Cool. 26. Hey, all 26 of you. Thank you again for showing up. I appreciate it. Very much so. Very, very much so. I missed everybody that's here tonight. I missed the conversation, the camaraderie and everything. So without further ado, like I said, from here on out, because I got from somebody that said, they were kind of lost on what I was doing whenever I started live feeds, because maybe they missed the Wednesday night video and they just stumbled upon my live feed. I believe it or not, I had somebody reach out and tell me that they didn't know what was going on. And it never dawned on me that maybe, you might want to go over what's going to go on throughout the show and maybe try to get some people to hang around instead of just watch for a second and then bolt. So on tonight's episode on September 9th, 2023, we are going to do a special Look What Scott's Got, Pro Tinker Toys edition, ProTinkerToys.com, ProTinkerToys.com. Thank you to Brian, Ryan, and the crew at Pro Tinker Toys. And especially thank you to Brian. He was having a rough day on Monday when I called and spoke to him. I told him a little joke. I don't know if he appreciated it or not, but I know I at least made him chuckle a little bit. But thank you to Brian for taking care of me with the issue that was my issue whenever I screwed up on my order. So we've got a little bit of Look What Scott's Got, the P.T.T edition. And then, like I also mentioned, if you did not catch the preview video, which everybody that has, thank you. And if you haven't, please check it out. It seems to be quite a popular format, so I'm going to try to mix that in more often. Obviously, I want to give stuff that the people want to watch. The second thing that we're going to do tonight is run down the stuff that I found at Hobby Lobby. I know that one of the people that joins us on the Discord, he struck some gold at his local Hobby Lobby when the new cashier rang it up wrong. So you just never know when you're going to get lucky. But I got some Hobby Lobby stuff here. Then we're going to cover a little segment on another channel that they're going to have, and that's Dan with Slot Valley Racing. And then we're going to go over his 4-gear challenge. And that's a really awesome challenge. You don't have to be a YouTube creator to participate. And we're going to go over that real quick. And then the last but not least, then we're going to open up the giveaway car. I'm going to run some box stock. I mean, you're going to watch me open. See, it's brand new, guys. We're going to open this thing up for the first time since, 1998. Yeah, I think it was 98. Anyway, so it's 25 years old. So we're going to open up this 25-year-old car and stick it on the track for the first time to whoever it was that was watching one of the videos and said, get those cars out of their plastic coffins. Well, here's your night, buddy. We're going to get the car out of the plastic coffin. So we're going to run some laps with it, box stock, and then we're going to do a couple of little standard modifications. So this will be great for somebody that's never, ever done a slot car before, and they've decided they're going to take the plunge. They're going to go to Hobby Lobby. They're going to go to ProTinkerToys.com. They're going to go somewhere, and they're going to buy their first track. So the first thing they do is they go out and they buy them another car. What's the first thing that you guys all tell everybody to do? I know what I tell them to do. I tell them to oil it, and then I tell them to put tires on it. So those are the two modifications that we're going to do tonight. And then next Saturday night, we're actually going to start doing the real hop up. So we're going to go from your average guy, the person that just got into the hobby. They crack open a car that they just bought. We're going to put a set of tires on it, and we're going to oil it, and then we're going to get our baseline on it. So that's how we're going to end the evening. And then if we have some time and people are still interested, then I got a couple of more surprises that we can do some test laps on. But we'll keep those as a surprise for later or for next week, depending on what everybody's mood is. Silicone tires, yes. Slam it to the track. There you go. Oil it. Yep. See, you guys are all right there with me. But see, believe it or not, guys, whenever I get asked from people, when they're asking about cars, they're like, someone told me that when they're broke, they're junk. And I'm like, no, you can rebuild them. And if you've not checked out Murder Valley Racing, another Slotcar channel, if you go to the Wednesday night video in the description, I put in a list again of all the Slotcar channels in there so that you can check his channel out too. And he actually shows you that you can break open those Mega G Plus can motors and work on them. And he's got a video and he shows you how he does it. Got to go low. Yeah. Oh no. I quite honestly, I expect to be reaching and grabbing from it flying off the track, but it can't go as slow as, hey, I remember I told you guys that I laughed at the Super 3s because I thought that they were such a joke, and that I had a Chase Elliott. It was my first ever purchase at Hobby Lobby, and it was an accident because I saw someone say, I used my 40% coupon today at Hobby Lobby and got me this car. And I was like, Hobby Lobby sells slot cars? This is the very first car that I ever bought at Hobby Lobby. Get it up there. So this is their Super 3 chassis, and it's the Chase Elliott number 24. Yeah, hey Matt, thank you for showing up, man. This is a great looking car. And what's really cool about this is Hardin Creek makes a clip for his Super 7 chassis and Viper chassis as well that will allow you to run this body. And these are great looking, officially licensed NASCAR bodies. So this is just like his rookie year. If someone wants to correct me, I could be wrong. I don't know. But anyway, this is my track cleaner car. And so we're going to show, we'll just show how embarrassingly slow or maybe fast compared to the Tyco. But that's what we're going to do because there's been nothing done. This has still got the factory Auto World. I don't know if you can see it, but Dan, you'll be happy. It's got Goodyear on the tires already from the factory. So I don't have to put the SVR treatment on it. So we'll do a little baseline with that bad boy for a couple of laps. Make sure the track's good to go, and then we'll do so. Mark is the track cleaner. Rick, there were some from Jag Hobbies, but he sold out. No, they're not great cars. No, trust me, guys. You'll see once we decide how we want to do the camera angle. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to move it over here, and I'm going to try to get rid of that glare. That's why I turned off that light, but apparently my LED lights, and I even moved the TV. So I tried. But anyway, we're going to try to get a unanimous decision on how we're going to angle the camera whenever we're doing this. And I have a sneaky suspicion I'm kind of going to be kind of screwed on the TV. But if we're not, then we'll use it. If we are, then I'll try to get it in the picture. If not, then I'll just make sure that we can at least get the track in the picture. And I can't figure out why that is so whited out. There's nothing that should be doing that. Dump truck with a 9-volt wired on the back. On the way down. Oh, okay, yeah. Kind of like what I did with the lighting in here. Like I said, it looks in here, it looks dark to me, but on the video camera, it looks perfect to me. Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. The dude that's that's exactly what I was going to say about this bad boy. Excuse me for the cough. Um, that this thing sounds like it's a wounded duck going around the track. And there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, that's just the way they run. I mean, this is smooth as it's going to get. I mean, it rotates just fine. But anyway, so all right, hey, we're up to 28. So all 28 of you, thank you again for showing up tonight. Before we got started, was there anything that anybody wanted me to go back over? Or we want to get started with the Look What Scott's Got P.T.T edition. The track cleaner. Okay, so okay, so I know Dan had his what he uses. This is what I use on mine if I'm just one of these little sandy, spongy. See, they're literally flexible. You can stand on your track for 1,000 years. You can't even break the skin. Look, it won't even break my skin. But the good part is you can just lightly rub this and you can just watch how your rails start shining up. So this is what I really use to clean the track. But if it's already gotten one of these little rub downs and I've already wiped it down with the microfiber towel after I've done this, then I bring out my old track warmer upper, and then this is usually the car I go running around every lane because it's so slow that I usually don't fly off even if I'm not paying attention. So that's how pathetically slow that thing is. This is one of the old ones, Robert. This is one of the this is the very first Auto World that I'd ever purchased, to be quite honest. Super 3 version anyway. And this is an old one. I believe this. If someone can correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's like 4 or 5 years old, something like that. So when they said they made their other ones faster, and then Dan said they were junk, and other people said they were junk, I was like, well, that just reminds me of that one. It's junk too, from the first run. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Dan. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, we're 26, 27. All right. Hey, guys. So, hey, we're a half hour in. So thank you guys for the letting me know about the lighting. We're good. Like I said, we'll readjust the camera before we start doing any timing. But while we're right here is when I'm going to open stuff and show it and do all that. And that way we can, whenever we're ready to start timing stuff on the giveaway car, then we'll do that. So, like I mentioned, this is we're going to start with the Look What Scott's Got, and this is from ProTinkerToys.com. In case you guys missed it, Brian had a sale where he had all of his AFX Mega G Plus cars on sale for, I believe it was $29.99, something like that. Yeah. So anyway, and then unbeknownst to him, I guess it shouldn't have happened, but if you're a Pro Tinker Toys Club member, there we go, I actually spit out the tongue twister, then you got your additional discount. And apparently, from talking to him on Monday, that shouldn't have happened. But anyway, it did happen. And so I got my discount for being a club member. And so I got them shipped here for free and still paid less than $28 a car. So great deal. So my whole point of this is support the people that do the stuff like this to try to get their sales up or move some inventory. If you've got the extra cash and it's something that you've already wanted and they're throwing it on sale, go ahead and buck up and do it. And they appreciate it. Trust me, because when I spoke to him, he said he had something like between 400 and 500 orders, and that's awesome. And that's what keeps them in business. So whenever I called and talked to him, I told him I appreciate him running that sale and that, I would do my best to pump it and tell everybody that they need to keep up with his daily live streams when he does those, because that's when he announces those sales. And if you're not able to catch up with those during the day, like I'm not able to sometimes, like I said, I do watch a lot of them on the TV when I'm in between working. So they're on, but I just can't comment or sometimes pay attention to what people are saying in the comments. Then check out the videos later so you always know about those specials, or go to his website, because You never want to miss the opportunity to buy something that's on sale, because like I tell everybody, if you're a collector like me, the best time to buy anything is when it's on sale, because that just saves you more money to buy more stuff. So that's what we're doing here with Pro Ticket Toys tonight. And Brian and Ryan, thank you guys again. I appreciate it. And the crew, appreciate that. And if you didn't know, they started their race night back up. Like I said, I did have it up, but I was working on stuff last night, so I wasn't able to do it. Every single car that you guys see on the wall, Adam, you can appreciate this. When they got unwrapped out of the toilet paper from moving, then I novused them all. So they've all been novused, and that's what's taken a little while, obviously. And a lot of these cars you guys may already have. I know Dan already does, and I'm sure that a lot of you already do, but I didn't. And if you keep up with my channel, obviously I've been buying a lot of stuff to sell, or different manufacturers stuff per se. All right, so we'll just go in order. Oh, bummer. Okay. Well, this was one of the cars that I told him. So this was supposed to be the number, I think, 95, 96, 95. I'm not sure. Anyway, the new Swedish one is what this one was supposed to be. I accidentally ordered the wrong one and asked him to swap it out. So I'll have to get with Brian and see what happened there. But anyway, that's all good. I know they'll take care of it. And see if you watched the preview video. No, he didn't give me a picture. He still hadn't given me a picture. Years I've been buying from them, no picture. That's all right. I'll give him shit next time I call him. This one's the 96. The one that I wanted was the one that's got the Swede flag. It's got, they call him the Savage Swede or whatever, something like that. It's got the Swedish flag where that gumball number is, and so it's a little different than this one. But that's okay. I've already got two of those, so I don't need that one at all. And then obviously, like I said, that was the front end of that car that I was hoping it was supposed to be that one, if you saw in the preview video. And this is the front end of that one of the cars that was in the preview video, the Mustang. And once again, I have the race set that has the set only Mustang in it, much like Dan does. But mine's still in the plastic bubble. He got his out, and it's a beautiful car. And so this is my first of the new ones. So this is the orange one, the Twister orange, I believe they call it. And then one of the guys that races here has the car already out, and he's had it racing around the track. So in case you guys were wondering. And just like everybody else that bought one of these when they first came out, it had its issues. And this car, believe it or not, when we stuck it on the track here for the very first time, it didn't even move. It didn't even run. So they just got him his new chassis this week on warranty. And then his red version, the pinion gear was so wobbly on it, it sounded like it was a little buzzsaw going down the track and the bouncing. So they sent him a new gear set for that one. You guys know why I'm laughing, right? Yeah. I got two different versions. I never get tired of GT4s. They are not good. No, they're not. Well, no, I don't need either one of these, which is funny because I got to see what's left in here, but I'm having a sneaky suspicion that somebody goofed on another car that was supposed to be in here. So, no, I won't even be opening these. Wow. Okay, so I know this one's one of the bad ones because the body's on the back tire there. See that? Yeah. Yep. You're right, Dan. Right there, buddy. See it? I can even see it on the camera with my shitty angle. Sad too, because this is car number 346 out of that run. Hmm. Interesting. This is number 3,300. Boy, that one's close, but it clears. Giveaway cars, yes. And there was, you guys beat me to the bunch. Dan is going to be giving away those cars to people that I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Dan, that are members on your channel. See, Rich, yeah, that's just what Dan, he made a video about the crappy quality. And, my buddy's like, we never had these kind of problems before. What's going on with AFX? And I said, I think they've just taken a lesson from Auto World and sped up the assembly line, and the quality went down. Um, yeah, because I can guarantee you that Tyco is going to come right out of the package and run. 25 years old, and I can guarantee you it's going to run. Like I said, the orange one Mustang, I can put it on the track and pull the trigger, and it won't budge. Won't even try. So here's the red Corvette that comes in the Super Coupes race set, I believe, that comes with the set only GT40. Yeah, the dude, I agree with you. Nothing than a grinder can fix. Yes, I agree completely. Tell Ashley at AFX I said hi. Yes. Well, the sad part is since I know all the issues with all these cars, yeah, I'm going to get a warranty on all of mine, without a doubt. So obviously this one's going to be going on the wall. So I'm going to do like you did. I'm going to have like this massive thing, and I'm going to have to show all the receipts for all the brand new cars that I bought, um, and where they came from. Yeah, well, there's going to be at least six that I can see, because I double up on everything. So, yeah. So this one's going on the wall. This is only the one of the red bets that I got. Besides, it's already in the set, so I figured, there's the two. I usually get two of all the Mega G pluses. One goes on the wall, one gets tucked away into a box into Never Never Land, until I decide to sell. And so this one's the one that's going to go on the wall, and then the one that was on the set's eventually going to go into the case and be displayed. Yeah, it's kind of what I thought was going to happen. Yep, that's what I thought. So, okay, so I'll explain what was wrong with the order besides what we already know whenever I get to the end. The other one is if you remember, I already got the blue Camaro on the Look What Scott's Got. Previously, whenever I was talking about the sale that Mark at Mark's Slotcar Garage told us about on Amazon, but they didn't have this yellow one on sale, or I'd have got it. So whenever I could get it for the same price as I got, like I did with Amazon, and get it shipped to my house for free, it's kind of a no-brainer. It's time to get it and put it on the wall. So yeah, oh no, yeah, I have no problem warrantying that. Yeah, I have no problem. That's why I'm saying, it's a pain in the ass, but yeah, I know they're going to take care of me. So this one's going to go right up there on the wall. So the next time you probably see pictures of the updated wall, if you can pick through and check it out, then you'll see that bad boy. And if you didn't kind of figure it out already, if I didn't tell you, if you didn't catch on whenever I did it in the previous video, and then I showed you the red version or the orange version, then I got the red Mustang. Yeah, see, the Super G Plus, the 4-lane split track that I have, Mark, 3 out of those four cars, their chassis were uh, junk because the rear end had been broken. Not the axle, but the rear clip, the plastic. It was cracked from them wrecking. So yeah, we got the other Mustang here, and if I'd have got the other two GT40s. So what I did order was the new latest and greatest one that I did the video on the sneak peek, which is the Swede, which is not the 95 and it's not the 96. So whichever one is supposed to be up there. Um, then that was the one that I was supposed to get. And then I was supposed to get a paintable Mark IV. And then that would have done all of the GT40s up there. Yeah, I don't know that it's on the AFX cars. If it is, I didn't get my free car, but I don't think I don't think he was going to do that after he figured out that I got the club discount too. So obviously, I don't need both of these, so I'll get with Brian and see what he wants to do about it. Because I'd really rather prefer to have the cars that I wanted. Because after buying all this other stuff, I won't have no money to buy the ones that I need. But anyway, so great sale. I know I'm not worried about it. I know Brian and Ryan will take care of me. That's no big deal. So QC and inspect them every now and then. Honestly, yeah, they need to do something because it's kind of aggravating. Like he said, he spent, you know, $40 for a car that he opened up, stuck on the track, and it never even moved. And then he had to wait 3 weeks because they ran out of chassis from doing so many warranties for their new shipment of chassis to come in. So, um, yeah, that's why Slotcar League of Champions. That's why everybody does like the Mega Jeans. Oh, I'm not. Oh, yeah, no, that's why I'm not worried about shifting to high. That's why I say I'm not sitting here bitching a bit because I know that when I call him, he's going to laugh about it because I even repeated what my order was because I knew he was stressed because he was getting it wrong when he was repeating it to me. And ironically, he shipped it the same way he was saying it. So I know he was having a bad day. I could tell in his voice. I felt bad about calling, but I just didn't want him to ship because I'd already emailed and got nothing back. And then all of a sudden, I got an email notification that my order shipped. And I'm like, no one called me. No one emailed me. I better make sure it's right before it goes. And so, yeah, Dan even had to wait on those chassis. So there's my point is so not only do you're disappointed that your $40 or plus car didn't run, but then your excitement of getting to race it gets put off until the warranty comes through. And in his case, like I said, it took almost 3 weeks. Um, and I couldn't imagine, Dan, how long you had to wait even once they got them, just because how long I know when I ship you stuff, how long it takes to get there. So 2 weeks now. Hey, see, there you go. Hey, they 2 weeks. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, that's one thing like AFX, and we know with P.T.T. And I know Dan's not sweating it. No, neither am I. It's just I'm talking about the whole. Even though they're going to take care of like the AFX thing, it's just the whole idea that you don't get the joy right then and there, and it got postponed, and so it leaves a sour taste in your mouth. Pain in the ass, yes. Yeah, I agree with you guys, Sean. So one of the other things that I did purchase, like I said, I got a plan of attack on it, going to try to do things and get certain things going because I do know that we want to get the camera moved and get the car on the track because that's our giveaway car for 500, and we're like I don't know 60 plus people behind on that, so that's on me. But the good news is the 60 of you that join past the 500, you're just as equal to the chance to win the car that we're going to build and give away as anybody else. So tell your friends, tell your family members if they've even thought about not subscribing. Now's the time to subscribe because they have just as good a chance as anybody else when that random picker picks a name. And Jack knows he's one of my winners. He's won a car on here. I don't know if Mike and Steph are on here. She's won a car. So, people that have won cars on my channel know I give them, I give them exactly what I say they're going to get. So one of the other things that I added, since the track is up and it is running, I thought what better time to start adding some of the stuff for the diorama. And then they had these on sale at Amazon. I got there's 60 trees here in a variety of sizes. And then if you're a Prime member, it's free shipping. And if you're not, if you spend over $25, they'll ship it to you for free. So either way, if you work it into one of your orders, it'll only cost you $12 for 60 trees. That's a pretty good deal if you go to Hobby Lobby and price some of those woodland scenic trees. See how much money you're going to spend on 60 trees. And so far, these seem to be pretty decent quality. I've gotten them all out and looking at, taking a look at them and stuff. And they're a variety of sizes, and you can see there's some different colors in there and stuff. But, Dan will be one of the ones that tell you he's adding trees on his track. But I'm going to have some trees on the old Snake Hill Speedway here. So that was another thing we got for the old Look What Scott's Got. And then, like everybody goes through, Slotcar and HO Trains, he's been put out a couple of shorts on, I believe, Target and Hobby Lobby. Seaweed. Awesome. You have the pack? Okay, cool. See, that's what I'm talking about. Trees, yes. No trees for me. Yeah, shipped in high. That's a great deal. If you price that stuff, you know what I'm talking about. It can get the scenery shit can get pretty pricey. And what better people to learn from are the HO train people. So as part of the import heat, if you notice, I got my Too Fast, Too Furious class, and I've already got one of these RX-7s. Well, I got another version of it. I thought this one was pretty cool. Hurricanes dropped the seaweed right on your track for you. That's awesome. So this one's obviously going to have a Viper chassis underneath it whenever you see it running around the track, if someone wants to go with that body. So I went with an alternate body on that. And like I said, for $20, it's pretty cool. And then I don't see Mike on here, but I'm sure he can appreciate this because this is, excuse me, this is the other one of the cars he bought, and this is the other A and B version, I guess, of that. The other one that I told you for the Too Fast, Too Furious, and I'm going to have to do the body modifications with the Dremel on the nose and on the tail, so that the Super 7 chassis or the Viper chassis, either one will fit underneath it. Yeah, Hobby Lobby, yeah. Yeah, Rick. Yeah, see, it's all about that. Yeah, Patrick. See, that's why I love you guys, the humor. So anyway, we got another one too, the Too Fast, Too Furious. We're not going to open it up tonight. No need to. Nobody here racing. Just me, myself, and I, the three of us. So this is going to be another one for that class. And then I don't see the mayor or anybody on here, but anytime you see a Batman, Batmans are always going to be popular somewhere down the road. So I went ahead. I'm not going to buy this whole new series of them because it's just they keep puking out the same cars and call them different series and change one or two cars or a design on one or two cars and expect everybody to buy another very same car as what they have. But Batman cars, in case you didn't know, are some of the very most desirable cars, and they usually sell out the fastest or the quickest, however way you look at it, of any of the series when they put them out into a series. So you can always find the Penguin Mobile, you can usually find the Scooby-Doo machine, and you can usually find the Christine or whatever else they throw in there. But the Batmobile is usually the last one. So yeah, see, Patrick, yeah, see, and that was another reason why I got this, in case somebody wanted to get the money together and buy one of those white chase Batmobiles, so that we could get the red with the Pro Tinker, the blue with the Premier Hobbies, black, and then the white. Yeah, see, yeah, that's right there on the wall. Yeah, the Pro Tinker Toys. That's what I love about that is back when Tim was there, I was there watching that live whenever he was painting those, and that was cool. So anyway, if you're a collector, even if you're into the 4 year stuff, even if you don't want to buy the whole series of these 4 cars, because there's going to be an alternate version, an A and a B. So that'd be 8 cars you'd probably have to try to find. At least get the Batman, the Batmobile, and then the last but not least, a little tribute to Gale Force Raceway. I got me a Parnelli Jones Mustang SCCA racer. Too bad it's a Thunderjet, but in one of these episodes, we'll crack this bad boy out and see how a stock T-Jet runs around the track. And I do have all 3 of the ones that came in this one, the Transamerica Racing. I got the Dodge Challenger and the Mercury Cougar. I already had them, but whenever I was watching the Mare on Dan's Monday night Slotcar Live or Monday Night Live with his Slotcar feed when he had the Mare on earlier this week, I was asking if he actually had the car that was on his banner. And there it was on the track, and he'd already put some of those Auto World silicones on it. So when I saw this bad boy, I was like, oh, gotta have it. So we grabbed that bad boy. And then the last thing I grabbed, and that is for the Slot Valley Racing segment, which I want to get to, which is Dan's got a new, I guess, competition going that everybody that can get in, wants to can get involved in, and you can do it relatively inexpensive. He's got 2 different classes. He's calling the 4 Gear Challenge, and one of them is basically the cheapy route, the least expensive route. And that's what I'm saying. You can join in with the fun, and you don't have to spend a lot of money. You can go to Hobby Lobby and spend $12.99, or if you're lucky like Mike and get it for $1.29, it's even better. And there's your 4 Gear chassis, and then you can try to apply your tips and tricks to that you don't want to spend any money on, just little stuff like oiling it, or truing up the rear end gears, or whatever you want, whatever your tricks are, and without spending money or whatever, and then use that as one of your entries. Or if you're going to be like Mark and I, we're going to do the hopped up part, and basically you're going to make a 4 Gear chassis, this part right here. You're gonna make that bad boy as fast as you can make it, and then send it off to Dan, and he's gonna race everybody's together. Sorry, Robert. No, no pink lane. I went with the Hopra colors, the red, white, blue, yellow. Yeah, I mean, okay. So Sean, all you have to do is go talk to the store manager or the manager up front, and they'll call the person that's in the back, that's the head of the toys up there front for you. Because I've had to do it in my store, and then request that they order them in. That they can order in anything that's in that you see online, but the store won't order it unless the management puts it in to be on the truck. So you've got to get with the manager, but the first way to do it is to start with the person that works in the toys section, and they're the ones that do the ordering, and tell them that you want them to start ordering in the Auto World stuff. Oh yes, and he's going to be timing everything with the slot dragon timing system. Thank you for the reminder. Oh yeah, Mark. Yeah, 12.99. And then, like I said, Mike was fortunate enough that somebody missed the other 9, and he got his for $1.29. I don't know about you guys, but $1.29 is pretty sweet. So this is your cheapy for less than, even if you bought yours off Amazon like Mark did, $20, and then you get to put your own touches on it, and you don't even have to spend any money. Just make it better, and he's going to have more or less a stock, and then what you kind of tweaked it to make it run better, and then he's going to have your unlimited run what you brung class, and it's all about the speed, and the main criteria is that right there, the chassis. So if you want to play with the motor plates, you can do that. You can play with the gears. You can do motor magnets, shoes, springs, whatever you want to do, front end, rear end. but you just got to use the 4-gear chassis. I love it because we're going to show everybody's different ideas on what their best guess is on how to make a 4-gear car run as quick as somebody else's idea of making a 4-gear car run. And then what I think would be cool is that everybody send in what they did to their car to Dan, so that he could kind of list off what's in that chassis, and then that way people could build their own chassis based on how they saw it run or how it performed or whatever the cost was to build one. Yeah, oh, no problem, Dan. Told you I was going to help you out, man. I love the idea. It's a great idea. And same thing, Mark. You just got to talk to the front end manager to get the toy manager up front, and that's how I found out my store gets their stuff on Tuesday. It doesn't hit the shelf until Thursday, and then they told me that they got to have at least 5 open pegs in that area before it auto kicks a new order to the warehouse for the next shipment next week to drop new stuff off. Can't be bothered to talk to the store people. That's funny. Well, that's what I do. But you don't have to do that apparently. But yeah, if you want to try to get your stuff in your Hobby Lobby, it's easy. It's just that easy. They don't want to put it in their store unless they know they're going to sell it. Bottom line. And so if it's not in your store, it's because somewhere somebody tried to put some in there and it took them a long time to move it, and it hogged up some peg space that they for something else they thought they could sell, which is blows my mind because my Hobby Lobby seems to have the same models all the time, and they got a whole damn row of that shit. But yeah. The Hub Lobby and oh wow, Slotcar, that's awesome. To look stock. Yeah, see, oh, that's what I was going to say. Now, Mark was gracious enough today to tell us that he was going to film his build, and that way everybody knew exactly what he was going to be putting in his car, so we all knew what we would have to do to beat his. You pay $5 after driving out to the store. Well, it costs you more than $5 to drive to the store the way gas prices are going. So that's why I do Amazon and make sure I order over $25, and that way I get it shipped for free. Video is off. Okay, so if you guys in the chat want to see Mark do his video, you got to be really nice to him because I made him mad, and now he's not going to show us all of his tricks on his car. So we got to butter him up a little bit. So if you go live tomorrow while Jack's there racing with you, you know, we all got to show up and show our support, and then encourage him to show the video of him building his car and what parts he uses. Hey, Jeff, thank you for showing up. Oh, that's funny. Mark is shutting the audio off. That's awesome. So, as you can see, guys, this is a great little challenge. If you're here live, you can see in the chat real quick. It's just going crazy. And if you're watching this later, be sure and check out the chat, and then add in the comments and join in with it, because a lot of people read those after the fact. So it's really inexpensive to get in on Dan's little 4-gear challenge. You can buy one of these kits for, we'll just call it less than $25. Pretty much eBay, Amazon, definitely Hobby Lobby. And if you're really lucky, your cashier forgets to hit a 9 and you get it for $1.29. I had to pay full $12.99 for mine. But anyway, so you don't have to spend any extra money. You can just tweak a little kit car, or if you've already got one, you don't even have to spend your money. And one thing I will point out, a couple things actually. First is do not send Dan your bodies. He only wants the chassis only. Second thing is, and something that's going to be important, and if you know about hopping up slot cars, you know what I'm talking about. He's going to be running his track at 22 volts. Oh yes. Oh Pat. Oh yeah. No. Yeah. No. Terry and I are going to have a long conversation. Yep. Yeah. I'm going to send him the YouTube link to the video Wednesday, and then I'm going to call him right after. All right, Sean. Cool. I got it all written down, Rich. That's awesome. See, and that's the beauty of it. With his timing system, it's going to be really precise. Um, and then, like I said, it's just I'm going to do a video of my build just to show you what's going in mine. But it's going in. The video is going to come out after the car is already shipped off. And that way the cars are already there before the build video comes out, and that way you'll be able to see exactly what Scott did to his. So that squealer car. That's awesome. See, that's why I missed you guys. All right, and so the last and final thing that I mentioned that we were going to try to cover tonight, besides like I said, so one last time, Dan, Slot Valley Racing, 4-gear challenge, 2 different classes. One of them's the stock tweaked class. So you just kind of take one of these stock kits and hop it up to the best you can with parts that are in the kit. Or you can go like most of us going to be doing. We're going to go that we're going to wait till Mark puts out his video and shows us all what he did. And then we're going to build our cars with the unlimited class. And using the Auto World 4-gear chassis as the prerequisite chassis. And remember, do not send your body, just the chassis. And you'll need to get with Dan at Slot Valley Racing, SVR there, to get his mailing address so you can ship him your car once it's all done. And if you've got questions, reach out to Dan on his channel, and he can give you probably a better detailed description than I did. But just suffice to say, it's going to be a lot of fun. Give everybody an opportunity to spend little money or no money, or if you don't want to spend any money, at least you get to watch and join in and see what everybody else did. And then if you decide you want to do something like that in the future, it gives you the ability to do so. So there we go. Hey, man, no problem. Great idea. Like I said, kind of like Patrick's By the Beaches idea, going down there and having the Legends of Slotcar tour. Those are awesome ideas, and I encourage them. And everybody has an awesome idea. I want to spread the word about it, man, and try to get as many people to get cars to your new kick-ass track. Which, if you guys haven't seen, which would blow my mind if you hadn't, if you're already here. But if you have not, you need to go and check out Dan at Slot Valley Racing's new drag strip that he's got going along the outside of his track. Sweet ass track. Spent a lot of time. Looks good, man. He already did that. Dan already put one in his. But I don't know how you're going to get that to work in the chassis. I mean, that's legal, I guess, if you can put it in the chassis. But I think that would be a trick all into itself. So, like I mentioned, there were going to be 2 cars given away whenever I got to 500 subscribers. We've already gave away the 500 subscriber Mega G Plus Indy car that everybody voted on, that they wanted to vote on the twin pack. And then I gave the winner the option of picking which color of body. And then Dave, Shaky Dave, that was on here earlier. I hope he's still here, Dave. Thank you again. He bid on the auction on that car, on the second car that we built with those very same parts. And he won that one. So just like what we did with Dave, first thing we're going to do is we're going to build the car for the giveaway. And then we'll build a car to sell. And I'll just start the bidding out like I did last time, or whatever the car parts cost me to put into the car But the winner of the free car doesn't pay anything. And they get all the old parts that came off of this car out of this. Maybe electronic toothbrush motor. Oh, Dan, I think you've got Pandora's box opened up, buddy. I see Ryburn in here somewhere? Ryburn, if I missed you, I'm sorry, man. So, yeah, we'll build one for the giveaway, and they'll get all the parts, plus, obviously, the hopped up car. And then we'll build a second one, and obviously, we'll auction it off for whatever it cost me for the car and the cost of the parts that go into the car. And they'll also get all the other stock parts that come with it. So there we go. We got two cars. We're going to build both of them. One's the giveaway car. One's going to be an auction car of the same stuff that we do to this one. And these are going to be built, just so you know, to the maximum of what is suggested for a wall wart plastic track. So this isn't your maxed out. So anybody that's out there, don't get disappointed, but I got to make this where these cars can run on anybody's track that they have. Auto World, Tyco, AFX, makes no difference. Or if you've got a Viper track, or it makes no difference. I've got to work on everybody's track because I can't dictate who's going to win the car. Because there are things that we could do to these chassis that would make them a lot faster and handle better. But once again, we've got a certain box that we've got to work within, and that's those wall warts and in the plastic track. So I want to make sure that whoever wins the car can actually enjoy the car on their track and run it. So that's how both these cars are going to be built. Maximum 440 X2 plastic track wall wart powered car. So that's what we're doing. Wall wart sounds nasty. Well, that's what they look like, man. Your wall's all nice and smooth, and then they got that big old bump on there. So anyway, I didn't come up with that name. Somebody else did. So there we go. So we're not going to open up the second car because obviously there's no need to open it up yet. We're going to get our baseline on this bad boy here first. So we'll open it up and we'll take a little gawky look at it, and then we'll clear off the table, and then you guys will tell me which view you want, and we'll get started making some laps, and then I'll pull it off, and then I'll put some oil on it and the cheapy gel cloths. Like I said, I want to build a car, a baseline car, so that somebody that has never done it before, if they were seeing this and they want to know how they could make their factory car run better, that they bought an old Tyco somewhere. It doesn't have to be a brand new one. They could have bought one off eBay like a lot of us do. Or their friend, or they found one that they had when they were a kid, or whatever the case may be. Show them how the new parts that have come out can actually make the hobby and the experience much more enjoyable than it was when we were a kid. It's amazing to me how much better the cars and all the parts are. All right, there we go. So for the first time in 25 years, it's out of its plastic coffin. Brand new 440 X2 chassis. And I know this is going to sound crazy, guys, but look at that. They're still spongy. Granted, they're hard. It's free at last. Yes, there it is. Nice and smooth. I'm willing to bet good money that obviously I don't have after buying all that this car runs better than that Mustang did whenever my buddy opened it up, whenever he was here. And one quick little note before we start moving everything around on this car. If you are a collector, there are two versions of this car. This is the one that is the cost cutter saver. There's nothing on the back. And then there's the Starburst. So there's two versions of this car, in case you were wondering. So this is the cost saver, I guess, version is what they called it. Cost cutter, cost saver. And the other one actually has Starburst, the candy on the back, on the trunk lid. But if you're not a collector, you probably don't care. There we go. Slow it on the track. That's what we're doing. Yeah. That 25-year shine. Yeah. Yeah. And just so I will put the old Novus shine on the cars when they're all done before they get shipped off. So they'll look all nice and shiny. So, are there any questions on anything before we get started? And then I'll start cleaning off the table, and then we'll rearrange the camera where you guys can see the track, and we'll throw that bad boy and give it some electricity for the first time in 25 years, guys. Think about that for a second. The next time you buy a Mega G Plus car and you pop it on the track and it don't run, or an Auto World car that you put on the track and it won't run because the springs are and the shoes are bent, and it does a wheelie before it can't even touch the rails. It probably yes, Adam. All right, so I'm going to start cleaning up the mess here for a second. I'll let you guys entertain yourself for a second. Let me get this ball rolling. All right, get ready for the earthquake. See, it's a damn shame. Yeah, I'll have to. I'm going to work on that TV thing so you guys can see that. Because that's a damn shame you can't. Yeah, that's not a bad picture. I mean, the TV's crap. I know you guys can't see the TV, but right now I'm going for can you guys see the track? Yeah, aluminum ones are light, but the bad news is they do bend and break really easy. Okay, I got the Chase Elliott car on there now. Like I said, I'm going to run a few laps with him getting. I don't know that I can reach it. Yeah, nope. I got another idea. Let's see. Yeah, that's a little too dark. Yeah. Like I apologize, but like Dan said, I'm going to have to play with the brightness on it. But the main thing is, I can tell you what the lap times are, but the main thing is at least you guys will be able to see it going around the track. Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna. Hear that thing cracking corn and it's slow. That's fine. Okay. It timed out on me since I've been sitting here so long. There we go. Wasn't getting any lap time. This thing's so slow I can drive it left-handed. We're going to put the Tyco on. I just want to clear it out. Make sure I'm going to get a lap time. Yeah, there we go. All right. Yes, Patrick. All right, so let's warm up Mr. Tyco here. Well, now that I know the issue, thank you, Dan. I will work on that with the camera sitting there, and then that way you guys, because now I know that's an angle that you can see the TV and the track as long as I move back out of the way a little bit. And so next week on Slotcar Saturday Night Live, we'll have the picture taken care of. Okay, so first off, it runs. So for the first time in 25 years, let's see what we can do. Yeah, no. No matter which way I'm moving. All right. Okay. So 25 years, A, it runs. So we're off to a better start. Well, I'm impressed so far. Did you guys hear how quiet? I mean, yeah, I got the secret. That's my fault. This thing's pretty damn quiet. Okay, so just trying to get used to the car, just so you guys know, since you can't see. With the factory tires, the very first lap that it ran was like a 640. And as an example, the Chase Elliott Auto World Super 3 chassis, that's about what it runs maxed out. And these are the factory 440 tires that are 25 years old that just came out of the package. And this thing, with just a little playing around, has already ran a 592. So something tells me if I play with it a little bit longer, I honestly believe that I can get this into the 570 range, maybe 60 range, somewhere in there, with the factory tires. So let's see what we can do. Oh, first thing I do is crash. That's awesome. Yeah, I wondered when that was going to happen. One of the guys that races here brought this over because the one that I had, we broke. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to go that fast or not. I may have spoke too soon. Every time I tried to push it so far twice, I've blown off the track. So far, 592 is the best lap. I'm going to work into it a little bit this time before I go Superman in it. As long as it's not in that deep, deep, deep corner, I can reach it. I'm having to watch where I roll because I got dogs, two dogs underneath me here. I'm trying to get out of the way so you guys can kind of at least see the car going around the track. Just so you guys know, while I'm crashing again on, that's what we call dead man's corner. The lap track record for my track is right now is 3.38 seconds. And I'll show you the car that has that record here in just a second. I can run consistent in the 590s with this thing. Yeah, this is a wide chassis, so no IndyCar body would work on it. Hey, Danny, thank you for stopping by. Kenny, thank you, sir. 32 people here. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. All right. So, like I said, we're going to try to get this down to the, I'm going to try to go quicker than 590, and then we're going to pull it off the track. All I'm going to do is oil it, put on a set of gel claws, because this would be the two modifications that I would suggest to anybody that's getting into the hobby for the first time to do to their car right after they pull it out of the pack and play with it a little bit. Do these two things and it's going to be a lot more fun. Hopefully I'm not proving a liar here, but like I said, those are soft tires for 25 years old. They're not soft tires as far as what should be on something with this little bit of magnets that it has. I'll put it that way. The rule of thumb is the more magnet you have, the stronger, the stiffer the rear tire is going to want. Every time I try to push it. All right. Well, I may have spoke too soon. I think I'm expecting too much out of these 25-year-old whatever factory Tyco tires those were. Because yeah. Okay, so I spoke too soon. 592 is all we're going to get out of that bad boy. Well, that's all I'm going to sit here and bore you guys with. I'll put it that way. I think if I played with it, I might get into the 580s. Not the 570s, but the 580s. So, once again, just so you guys can see, these are the original tires that just came off of it. I don't know what that, they feel like a rubber, not a silicone. So, they're still flexy, but not very grippy. First thing we're going to do is give this guy some loving. So all I'm doing is oiling on the front side of the armature, on the outside, keeping it away from the column, and then on the back side of the bushing, so I turn it the other direction, back side of the motor, run it in. I always oil both sides of the front axle where they connect to the plastic, where they rest in the saddles, and the same thing on the rear. Generally speaking, that's enough to get you going. Oh yeah, big time better. Oil the axles. Yep, see, yep, that's what you do. I can already tell the difference. It's spinning smoother. And so the second, or I guess it would actually be a tie, first or second, but honestly, you just need to do them both at the same time. And that is even if you don't want to spend the big bucks and $3 or $3.50 a set or whatever, go buy you some $1.75 or $2 gel claws, and that's all these are, and you'll be worlds ahead. And yeah, you can see how the shiny silicones, and these are just sticky on my hands, so we should have a better running car right off the bat. Now, one thing whenever you change your tires, what you don't see me doing is I'm pressing them and I'm making sure they're flat on the hub. So you want to make sure your tires are square. So what I'm doing is I'm on a flat surface, I'm truing the tires. That way they're firm and they're straight. And then I always give it a little look, make sure they're not wobbling. Lets me know I got them pressed straight. And you're ready to go. So my 25-year-old Tyco runs better than a 5-year-old Auto World Super 3. Wow is all I can say. Is I can actually drive this car now and give it a little throttle. Okay, so we dropped from a 592 down to a 527 already. And I know I'm not even going wide open with this car. And then those of you that have ran silicones, you know they get dirty quick. So even if you've got a clean track, these tires will find the dirt. Ooh. It's running so much better, it gives me the illusion of driving like a Viper. So, we're going to see if we can't bust this bad boy off into the forge. Getting close. That's a pretty dramatic improvement. I'm going to see if we can't get a full second improvement on just oil and tires. Yeah, this is my other trick here, guys. I mean, you don't have to spend any money and do this. You know, if you're into the hobby and you just want to do it cheap, you don't have to spend the money for one of these. You can just, lick the old thumb and clean your tire that way. But as far as ease goes, yeah, a few little runs like this back and forth, and when you don't see anything on the roller, then you know you're good to go. Quick, easy, tear off a sheet once it's filled up. There, move out of the way. There we go. Okay, so if I sit back here, you guys can see the whole track. Okay. Cool. This corner right here keeps getting me every time. It also does that with my my Viper. It's the flat corner coming off a bank corner, and yeah, right there, yeah. So you're always trying to carry a lot of speed. Well, I am anyway. Well, I'm consistently in the mid fives. The last one was a 548, and like I said, the fastest I've been so far is a 527. So we're going to at least get in the 520s again before I say we've set our best baseline. But I really think I can get the 5.0s or the 4s if I can just drive it. took into the 5 teams, ran a 5:14. I'm just a 1/10 and a half away from getting us into the 4s. No, Jeremy McGrath motorcycles track sets on here, or motorcycles on here. Hell, I got some of those old Tyco, the Suzuki and the Honda motorcycles, and those things barely ran on the track back in the day, let alone this bank. All right, let's see what we can do, or what I can do. I'm trying. Like I said, I want to give the factory Tyco the best representation that I can of it with just tires and oil before next Saturday night when we start putting all the hopped up parts on it. And this thing, I don't know if you guys can tell how, I mean, it is just whisper quiet. Oh, 509. Back-to-back 509s. Oh, so close. 900ths away from my 4.0. I want a 490 something. I don't care if it's a 499.9. I think we can get there. I honestly would like to get a 480. That way we could say we picked up a full second on just tires and oil on a factory 440X2. $508. Oh, that's a good lap too, damn it. So in case you're wondering what's making it difficult for me to push it is the car's faster than the magnets can handle. And so even on the bank corners, if I floor it, the SM wants to come out from underneath it. It's swinging out. And as soon as these tires start getting, I can tell when they start getting any kind of dirt on them whatsoever, because I can just watch the SM start twitching. And obviously the whole idea is to go faster, so I honestly we're at 508.3. Yeah, there's a 4 in here. I just got it. Mark knows this. There's nothing like racing your car with everybody watching you compared to when you're by yourself. $506. I'm trying, guys. $505. Slow down. I'm right there. 505.8 is where I'm at. I'm literally a half a second away. $504. That's funny. Flop walk through the start finish line. Barrel rolled out of my corner again. Oh, I'm 400s away, guys. 504. Have a good night by the beach. All right, I'll run 10 more laps, and if I can't do it, then we'll call it on that. Uh-oh. Well, I think oh, that's what happened. Okay. Pop the spring out from underneath the shoe. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I guess the car dictated that we were going to be done. Because even though you guys can see, it's dark in here to me, and I can't get that shoe back on there. On the way that single spring is. Yeah. Well, it's there, but it's too stiff now. So we're going to call it 504. And just out of curiosity, even though what time is it? Oh, hell yeah. We still got like 10 minutes. Stirrup springs, yes. Yeah. Okay, so those of you that know a Tyco, the way the spring goes, yeah, it popped it on the outside of the shoe. And now I'm trying to tuck that thing underneath there with little to no light in here. And my old eyes are saying no bueno. So I'm having a hard time hooking it. So irregardless, we got us a baseline. We started off at a 590 or what was it? No, a 640. Something like that shit. I don't know. Anyway, I'll watch the video back. All I know is we're down to a 509. Oh, well, this is the base hop up tonight, Rich, and then next weekend is when we actually tear the motor apart, the rear end. We do the disassembly and everything, but obviously it's already started with the one shoe. So then we're going to start actually do the whole car. We're going to do. We're no look what Scott's got. There's none of that. It's all just the build, and we're going to do the brushes, brush springs. Motors, magnets, everything. Yeah, everything that we need to do to make this the maxed out wall wart 440X2 that we can get. And then obviously all these factory parts will go with the car to whoever wins it. And he puts a fiber chassis. No, that's why I didn't want anybody accusing me of grabbing one of the ones I'd already built and then just sticking it underneath there. If you remember, the ones that I built are too much for a wall wart track. They're a 3 ohm armed, balanced. Yeah. And they were the ones that actually, if one guy was running a car, it would soak up all the power, and two cars couldn't run at the same time. That's what I would do. That's funny. So we've got our baseline at least. Like I said, Hardin Creek parts are going to be going underneath it. You could get, I don't know, I got those Joe Claws off of eBay. I know Terry sells at HC Slots. I know he sells his own series of tires. So I don't want the ad to be misleading. So there are parts that did go on here, and you can buy the oil from Terry. But the majority of the build is going to be for the next weekend when there's no look what Scott's got whatsoever. Because those of you that have ever built a Tyco know that sometimes it can go as smooth as butter, and then there's other times that every little spring and every little thing fights you. And so I want to make sure that I've got the full 2 hours to make sure that we get this car running and on the track, because we're going to have silver springs, silver shoes, silver brush springs, silver, more silver in the brush springs or in the brushes themselves, hopped up motor magnets, hopped up traction magnets, new pinion gear, new rear end, new tires, new front end, new tires. But the main one is going to be trying to get those brush springs and those new brushes. Those dual silver springs that I have from Wizard are going to be going on there. So those will be fairly easy compared to those singles. But anyway, so that's we're gonna do nothing next Saturday Night Live except build that car, and from beginning to end. So we kind of got the start of it. I wanted to get a baseline with everybody. That way everybody saw, hey, this is what the car did when it first pulled out of the package. And honestly, guys, I have to say it ran better than any Auto World that I've ever pulled out of the package. And here lately, it ran better than a Mega G Plus. Yes, Rick. As a matter of fact, the following Saturday night is when I plan on doing the auction for that car, and then for the build car. I'm sorry, we're going to give away that car after we get our hopped up car. Then that's going to get everybody excited. I'll do a video for the entry for that giveaway, and then that way, whoever gives everybody a week to enter, and then we'll draw the winner that next Saturday, and we'll do an auction. And then we'll also auction off the very same car that's built for the giveaway to somebody if somebody wants to buy it. It'll have the very same parts in it, just like I did last time for the Mega G Plus. And I'll start the auction at exactly what the parts cost me plus the car. And if that's what someone wants to pay for it, then that's what they get it for. If someone wants to buy it for extra, or a couple people want to bid on it, that's great too. But whatever I have in it's what I'll sell it for if that's the bottom dollar. But the giveaway car will be given away in 2 weeks. But the next show is going to be the build on this car, nothing but the build on this car. And then, like I said, we'll do the auction again too. Thought I heard something hit the floor. Cool sound. Yeah, see, there's a guy, I can't remember his name, but he wins a lot of Hopra races, and he's got his own shop that he makes his own gears and pinions, and some of his hopped up stuff is he makes special metal ring gears and pinions for cars. And I always wondered how that would sound and work, because it would, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I just have to try it and see, because I always thought that if you bent one of those teeth, because those things are pretty expensive, those rear end assemblies, from what I saw, compared to a plastic one. That if you wrecked it and you bent it and hit it the wrong way, then you're out some money. So I didn't know how strong they were. RPMs, yeah, that's what it is. Maybe, I think. Sounds familiar though. If that's all they do is the orange. Orange is one of his signature colors. He does grays and blacks, and then I know he does some metal. I can't remember the guy's name. I have to look it up. Okay, yep, I bet it is his then, because that sounds very familiar. I thought you'd mentioned that, Mark. Got the gray from HC, yep. Yeah, because I think he sells his stuff too. So one of the other things I was going to show you guys is that I've already got this bad boy open. I've already opened it up just to look at it, but I've never had it on the track. So I thought when I was done running around the Tyco, I would throw a few laps on the old number 2 here just to see, because it's been forever since I put a factory Mega G Plus on there. And so let's see if their quality was any better when they first came out with this is that dark blue number 2, I believe. I can't tell. Like I said, it's darker in here to me than it's showing up in there. Okay, yeah, purple. Okay, yeah. See, I knew he graded his stuff on the colors, but but the metal gears is what I was curious on to see how well those things ran. Wow. Okay, so you guys can hear how loud, obnoxiously loud that was, right? Compared to that Tyco. Hear that thing? Wow. It's actually pretty straight. I mean, compared to what I've seen, and it's not hitting the cardboard. That's just it's a loud one. That 25-year-old Tyco we just pulled out of the package. That just blows my mind. Wow, that sucks. And he's been getting in his corner crawling. Yeah, yeah. That I'm done driving this piece of shit. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so that was a horrible experiment. That was disappointing in a lot of ways. A lot of ways. A 630. So it barely ran quicker than the factory Tyco out of the box. Did you guys hear what I just said? This ran 640. This ran 630. 25 years old. Less than 3 months. And people ask me why I like my Tycos. They run. Oh my God. You couldn't race this thing. Oh, so disappointed, guys. That's so sad. Oh well. Yes, I agree, Pat. Those are shit. That's that. See, okay, so put yourself in somebody that never they're just getting back into it, or they've never been into it, but they saw one of these videos and goes, "Hey, I'm going to go buy one of those new sets, and I'm going to go plug it in, and I'm going to play and have fun like those guys." And then you get this. Well, this sucks. I can't even make a lap. Put it away. Then it disappears forever. No kid's going to want to sit here and do all that. That's bullshit. Oh well. Yes, Mark. I can bleed. Yeah, Cliff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that's so disappointing, guys. I can't believe to tell you how I was excited because this is the first Mega G Plus car that I have opened in years. Obviously, look at my walls. I mean, now I know how my buddy felt. Well, maybe not even that bad because at least mine ran, but when he put his on the track and it didn't even move. See, there you go. This is exactly what I was talking about. This is exactly what deters new people from getting into it, because if this happened to somebody new, do you think they're going to want to listen to? No. So sad. See, I feel you, Dan. That's why I feel your rant, and I felt your passion on that video you made about the quality and stuff. That's just so sad, guys. I'm just that that breaks my heart. Uh, yeah, yeah, guys. Like I said, that's just really disappointing to me. I was really looking forward to at least running better than a factory 25-year-old car on factory tires from 25 years ago. We all watched me open this thing live. For the first time in 25 years, that car ran just a tenth of a second slower than this brand new modern 1.5 can motor crap. Oh boy. Mm, yeah. Okay, so that's why I have this. And this is a lifelike Mark Martin Taurus stock car. And there you go. There's our Viper chassis that we all know and love. And this bad boy runs. I can do cruising laps as fast as those fast laps were in this. Yes, I should have. Mine is actually out at my mom and dad's right now because I had it shipped out there because I didn't want to worry about it getting stolen off my porch here, or out of my mailbox, because I've got some kids that like opening up mailboxes and playing. They're just kids. They're playing. I don't know if they'll steal anything, but I'm not taking that chance. So anyway, yeah, I got one of their chassis sitting out there waiting on me. I talked to Mark about it, but anyway, this is what I'm going to be trying. And just to show you the car that's the track record holder right now, it's the same Viper chassis, but he's got him a Fire Chicken. And this is, if you remember, guys, the old Blazing Brakes. That's what this body is, but it's got a Viper chassis on it now. And if you look right up underneath there, I don't know if it's going to come out very well, but he put an LED on it, I believe, or he's going to. Yeah, he's going to. Yeah, he painted the insert there red so that when he solders on, he's taking Steve at Stockpile Hobbies and Dan's trick and putting a bulb on there, and he wants it to have red headlights. So there's the fastest car on this track right now. It's not even mine. And like I said, I don't try to break track records unless there's other people here. But this is the one that went 3.38 seconds around the track. So I put him up here on top of the hill because right now he's King Snake. And then if you guys remember, I had the whenever I was showing off those Super 7 chassis, and I was showing off the different IROC classes, for lack of a better term, that I had set up for the track. I had the Winged Warriors, the Too Fast, Too Furious, and then the Blazing Super 7. And then if you remember way back in the day when I did my Look What Scott's Got, whenever I opened up all of these, I got 3 of these, and one of them was specifically, and at the time I was going to put a Bulldog underneath it. But now that they got the Super 7s, that's what's going to go underneath this bad boy. So that was
the Pro Tinker Toys club car that you got as a club member. And I got the free one. I bought one. I bought two more besides the free one, and then one to put away. And then this one was specifically to get out and sell. And it just so happens that it's going to go really good with the Winged Warriors class that I've got coming up. So once again, got to thank Brian, Ryan, and the gang at ProTinkerToys.com. Love these exclusives, as you can see behind me, right there. There's this section right through there. A lot of that, all the way over to where the twin packs are, is the ProTinkerToys.com exclusives. And then I'm looking at some of them right here. Yeah, see, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, the dude they are, and that's because the way the controller, the car itself, or something is something somehow switches polarity, and that's why that's how those cars can go both ways. But anyway, so we're going to crack open this one of these days. You'll see this bad boy out on the track, but I thought this would be a good way to plug Pro Tinker Toys one last time and tell everybody to go check out, because he's still got some of these for sale. If you're a fan of these Plymouth Superbirds or the Dodge Daytona Chargers like I am, then create your own little class, and you got your yellow right there. Planetary gears almost. Yeah, that's what they remind me of. Yeah. One of those Eakin True Tracks, like a traction lock, if you built a rear end before. So yeah, we got a couple of new cars for the Too Fast, Too Furious. I found while I was putting up the Pro Tinker stuff, I got my one that I knew I was going to open out specifically for the Winged Warriors class. So it'll get its own hardened creep chassis, Super 7 chassis underneath it with a lowering clip, and it'll join the ranks of the IROC class for there. And then we are going to have an Indy class with our Vipers also, and so this is my Indy car. It's already got the ass end broke off of it. The wings already broke off, which you all know, if you're going to race these things, the front and the rear are going to get broke off anyway. These Vipers are so fast. So I got the Paul Tracy in-deck car, well, what's left of it, and I figured that'd be pretty easy to see. And what's funny is this is still on a factory Super G Plus chassis, and I can't. These tires are so hard I can't even hardly get them off the rear end, off the hub. Anyway, I tried taking it around the track, and they're so hard and slick that when it came to the bank corners, it kind of just slid off. So, I'll much like this one here. This will have a Viper chassis underneath it for the Viper class, and I do have my own Fire Chicken coming in case the old Mark Martin stock car doesn't do the trick. Because a 338 is pretty humping, so something tells me that we're going to get really close to the 3.0s or maybe the 290s with an AFX or with an Indy body. Oh yeah, see, that sounds like fun. The Patriots. They even still make those, Patrick, by the beach? Because the only, like, the Wizard Storms are the only things that I can find. Yeah, that's a trick. Okay, so yeah, so I've seen somebody actually the I think it's the Indy Racing League, the Indy Slotcar Racing League. They got 3D printed bodies, but what they do to help reinforce theirs is they put super glue around the joints on the tops and the bottoms and stuff on the front and the rear wings, and then super glue, if it is all complete, the little flap wing, they super glue it in place too, so it'll keep it from flying off. And I've heard a lot of good things about putting super glue in your corners of your wings, and on here on the backside bottom, see how it's hollow? Put it in there. Very similar to the Wizard Storm. Okay. It's going to help a little bit, but honestly, as fast as these cars fly around the track, if it hits the wrong way, ain't nothing going to save it. That's how this car ended up the way it ended up. But like I said, I like it just because the fact that it's going to be easy to see. Wow, still got 28. At one point in time, I didn't even notice because I was probably rambling or running cars on the track. I didn't even notice we had 38 people here at one time. That's awesome. Thank you, guys. Pisses me off we can't see the damn TV, but oh well. I'll take Dan's advice and work on that. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I like my little Wizard Storm, honestly. It's easier to drive than the Viper, but it's not as fast that I've noticed. I mean, on my track, it's not. I mean, yeah, it's just not. Uh, it's easier to drive than the Viper is fast. That makes sense. But I think it's because it's slower and it's got more magnet. Just a guess. Almost too strong. Yeah, slows the car down. Okay, so there we go. That was my theory just by driving it around. I was like, man, I can go wide open in a lot of places I shouldn't be able to go wide open. And the Viper can't do that. So you overall, it's like when I was talking about how you can set up your car to go really blazing fast, but you're always cringing every time around certain corners that are iffy. And then there's other cars that aren't as fast when you set them up, but you don't have that cringy feeling all the time when you're trying to drive them. That's what I'm talking about with that Storm is I don't have that cringy feeling all the time. I feel like I can just keep pushing. And the Viper's always got, because it's faster, has always got me on its edge. I'm always like, ooh, am I gonna take off? Yeah, they do run good. No, man, I love mine. 18.5. Yeah, see, your track, you're gonna be in a whole new world with having to jack up your voltage. See, I run my track just so everybody knows we tested tonight at 20 volts. That's what I run my track at, straight up 20. And Dan is going to be doing that 4-gear challenge at 22 volts. So that's even 2 more. And if you don't think 2 more volts makes a difference, try it on your track. If you've got adjustable voltage, you'll see what 2 volts makes a difference. And I was gonna jack up, but see, like I said, the reason why I kind of stuck at 20 is because the cars are already flying off, and if I give them more juice, aren't they just going to fly easier and farther? Just to, you know, like I said, this body's already destroyed because that's what's going to happen eventually. If you're racing, it's going to fly. Oh yeah, oh yeah, dude, by far. My Storm runs 380s, three high 370s, and like I said, that Trans Am I just showed you that's sitting up there on top of the hill ran a 338 with that Viper. Yeah, this is what we're talking about in case anybody that's watching doesn't know. This is a Wizard Storm. Cheapest, fastest car you can buy, bar none. I dare anybody to argue with me on that. Cheapest, fastest car you can buy, bar none. 35 bucks. You can find these things complete. Body, chassis, all the colors. 35 bucks. Can't beat it. I'm not sure. Well, this thing is slower than my Viper, but as far as the cost goes, I'm talking, Viper's going to cost you 45 bucks. This is $35, and it's just about a half a second to 4/10 seconds slower than the Viper around my track. And like I said, this thing's really blazing fast. Well, hell, I'll put it on the track. It's white. You guys should be able to see it. Oh. That's a problem. There we go. My clip popped off. This part of the track's attached. This part of the track is floating and sitting like it was sitting on top of a board. Cheap speed, yep. Have a good night, Sean. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Yeah, I ran a 416 without even really. There we go. 387. And yeah, that look, little itty bitty narrow tires. You can see it's kind of like a Super G Plus magnet wise. Not much to them. These little suckers fly, and you saw how well it handled. Oh, is it buffering again? Yeah. No, like I said, I saw how fast yours are, Mark, and I was like, oh, I got to get me some of those. Got to. That sucks. Well, guys, we're past the 2 hour on the 9 o'clock that I was kind of shooting for there. Motor magnets out chassis, adjust the brush barrels, the die way to glue the screws. Could have used lock. Wow, that's how strong those magnets are. Holy cow, Pat! That's. See, remember I was talking to Terry. He told me that they actually made magnets so strong that they'd pull them out of a plastic track. So they make your track come apart. Yeah. Instead of lighting some sparks, some melting some plastic, be like yanking some rails. Hey, Rick, thank you guys. And once again, I do want to thank everybody for showing up tonight. I want to thank everybody for that participating of the live chat. That is so awesome. And even if you didn't participate, I appreciate you stopping by and joining in and at least watching. Hope you learned a little something tonight. Hope you had a little fun with us. Don't forget about checking in with Dan at Slot Valley Racing about his 4-gear challenge. Going to be really awesome on that. Don't forget that next week we're going to be doing the complete build. Basically, we're going to tear down the factory car that you saw that we pulled out of the package tonight for the first time in 25 years. We put oil, we put tires on it, and we picked up 0.8 of a second compared to what it was from back in the day. So we're going to see what we can do with all the silver and all the springs and magnets and and everything that we can do and make a factory 440X2 car as fast as it can do. And that's all we're going to be doing on next Slotcar Saturday Night Live next Saturday night. So if you've ever wanted to build your own 440X2, here's your chance to watch somebody build one from beginning to end. And then we're going to test it on the track and see what we can get that bad boy to run. And then the following Saturday, we'll have an auction. Also, we'll give away that car as part of the 500 giveaway. So that'll give everybody a week to get entered in for the giveaway. So everybody, once again, have yourself a good rest of your weekend. Thank you for joining in tonight. Look for tomorrow. I'm going to do another Slotcar Sunday showcase. I'm going to show off, I believe, case number 5 of 16. And then like it, share it, subscribe it if you haven't already. I appreciate it. Get out there, light some sparks, and have some plastic, melt some plastic. You guys have a great weekend. Thank you again for showing up tonight. I appreciate it. You guys take care. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.